So, hello everybody. Another episode of Seize Your Business. Jim Waszak with Zeal Financial, and my co-host Kevin Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law.
Hello.
And today we have a very special guest, Heidi Lucky.
Hi,
Heidi.
how are you, Jim?
Welcome
Nice
to
to
our
see you.
show.
Hi.
And Heidi's a very interesting lady. She's actually involved in two businesses. One is Lucky Entertainment, and the dance studio again is
Ballroom City.
Ballroom City. So our topic today is customer service and how good customer service really makes a difference. So Heidi, why don't you just first tell us a little bit about both businesses, and then we'll get more into the meat of our discussion.
I have been married now 36 years. I'll start there because that's where everything started.
Same man?
To the same guy for 36
That's
years.
awesome.
And we're still talking to each other.
Better yet.
That's
Better
awesome.
yet.
And so I've got 2 children and I've got 2 grandchildren. So that's kind of a little background on me personally. Next, we actually have our dance studio, Ballroom City in Villa Park, that has been open for 20 years this year. We started in '96. We have 29 dance teachers that teach there. We have everything. We've got everything from social dance. And if I remember right, didn't you take some dancing a while back?
I actually, if you go on YouTube, you can see me doing ballroom dancing
With
exhibition.
Ann Garvey. She's awesome.
Ann Garvey, yes,
One of my
that was
dear friends.
Very good. You know her. I didn't
know,
realize that.
yes,
Oh,
very
super.
well.
Small world.
Oh, yeah. And we have 29 teachers at the studio that do everything from social dance to the competitive style dancing. We also have country western. You can go on the website, which is very simply ballroomcity.com, and it has everything. It's got our calendar for events, it's got for classes and that type of thing. And obviously, with 29 teachers there and Dancing with the Stars, it's been great for us.
Yeah.
You know, the business has been awesome. And the teachers are wonderful. All of them have great hearts, and they're awesome dancers and awesome people like Ann.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's kind
Well,
of where that
was-
started.
And I would say when I have never been a dancer. My dad was very much into ballroom dancing. So as a kid, I was going to always be the opposite of Dad. So I wanted nothing to do with it. But I saw Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to try this. So I took some lessons. And, I learned a little bit. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. And good exercise.
And good
keeps you sharp.
exercise.
A lot of good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other side of the business, Lucky Entertainment.
Well, that started, and the reason I was talking about Ballroom City first was because Norm and I started doing our little dance shows and stuff. We used to compete when we were young. We don't do that anymore. But one of the things we did is that we found out that a lot of the nursing homes and seniors groups and those types of places, they always book entertainment. So we began doing ballroom dancing for the places. And it was really a lot of fun. It was so much fun. And the people were just awesome because many of the residents of these places used to do ballroom dancing. They went to the Aragon Ballroom, the Trianon, that type of thing. So we started doing that back then for those nursing homes and seniors groups. And then it kind of turned around because our son went to Millikan University, our son Eric, and he's 32 now with 2 children. But he actually started down at Millikan. He's like, Dad, I need to make some extra money. And he was actually in commercial music, and he played piano and he sang. And he says, is there anything that I can do down here and stuff that would help bring a little extra cash? And so Norm started booking him down there to do some shows during college.
And
then it was great because he started telling his friends, oh, yeah, my dad books me to do these shows at the different places and stuff. And so then he just took off, and all of a sudden his buddies started. Hey, do you think your dad could book me? Do you think your dad could book me?
It kind of took on a life of its
So
own.
now we picked up another business called Lucky Entertainment, and not only do we have 17 entertainers that we book, but half of them are from Millikan, because that's where they all started so many years ago. Our younger son, Luke, he's 23. He also plays and sings at all the different places as well. And so the one thing in Lucky Entertainment that we do when we go out to these places and we try to book different people, different entertainers, we might bring some new people on.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and we'll just say, you know what, more important than the music is shaking hands and going up. Some of the people that at these places, they haven't even had someone come visit them.
Yeah.
And that's sad. That's the sad side of the business. So in terms of, we're talking about customer service today, that is such a huge part of our business. And because of that, Norm has gotten phone calls for multiple bookings. It used to be, well, do you have one person for next month? But now it's like they call up. In fact, Monday, and this is no exaggeration, he booked 78 shows
In
Monday
1 day?
morning. While we were doing our calendars, we were going back and forth. And he does paper. He's old school, and I'm
Yeah.
on Google.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
we're
that's
going through that.
awesome.
So
Wow.
he booked. It's Monday morning. It's like, oh my gosh, it's not Thanksgiving. We're gonna be crazy.
Maybe he
this
could book
week.
law firms.
And it's that extra going the extra mile and meeting the people that made the difference. Where they now don't want to just book one show with you. They want you back because you're
Multiples.
different.
Yep. So for 2017, we're pre-booked about 400 shows next year already.
Wow.
And I'm
Beautiful.
track to do about another 1,000 in the next few weeks.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
just
Well, let
crazy.
me ask you this. Now, originally I met you through my sister. My sister's also an entertainer, and I remember, even though you didn't know me very well at first, you always were like very warm and welcoming. So you've got kind of a natural personality for that. Is that something that people can develop if they're maybe more shy or something?
Well,
or?
sure, they should take your seminar.
Well, that's true. That's true. She's referring to my improv for the business person workshop. Yeah, that would be great.
Right, because that just teaches you to use your brain in a little different way. I think
Exactly.
nowadays with
Exactly.
technology, everybody's sitting there on their phones and they're doing all their
Exactly,
stuff,
yeah.
and there's no real interaction anymore, as I'm sure you've
Yeah,
found.
yeah.
So that I know that your improv seminar
Yeah.
would help a lot
Yeah,
of people to do that.
absolutely.
See, you were saying when we were talking before we started here that you've noticed that a lot of employees of, say McDonald's, or not to pick on McDonald's, but
Mhm.
a lot of employees that you bump into aren't properly trained in customer service.
Well, honestly, the one thing that I have found, and it's so important to me, is I have learned and noticed people don't really listen very well anymore. And because of the technology, and it's by no fault of their own or anything, it's just the way that things are nowadays. And I think when I drive through, whether it doesn't matter what place it is or whatever, I still even expect these young kids to listen. I mean, I worked at a Wendy's when I was in high school
Right.
myself, and we
Right.
were trained no goofing around, and at that time, obviously,
Sure.
there were no cell phones or anything, so
Right.
there was no texting or anything like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
the first thing is always customer service. When that customer walks in the door, your focus is 100% on that person, their order, whatever it is, because even if it's just fast food or whatever, it should be focused on the person and make sure that they get everything that they want, 100% of your time, 100% of your attention. And then when they leave, you can goof off again.
Right.
But what happens, I find that you'll say something and they'll be like, what? There's like no energy, there's nothing,
Like
and it's like,
that's the last place they want to be.
right, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. You hit the
yeah,
nail on the head with
yeah.
that. So I would really like to see the customer service in every business.
Yes, right.
Just pick up, and I think a lot of the CEOs or the CFOs or whatever, the ones that are in charge, the owners of the companies, it would be really nice just to see them take these people by the hand, put them in like a boot camp type situation or whatever for 1 week solid. And every day you're going to work on this, you're going to work on the actual business itself. This is how we do the business. This is how you
Sure.
take care of the people. This is what I want to see. And business will come. You'll
Yeah.
get so much more business. I would rather spend my money in a place that I'm going to be feeling like I'm welcome when I go in. It's like, oh, we're happy to see
Of
you.
course,
And,
of
that kind of thing.
course.
So that's what I would like to see more in customer service right now, just like I'm welcome.
So let me ask this question. So you told us you have 29 instructors
Yes.
at the dance studio, and obviously you believe in customer service, so you've got them trained. How do you train them or qualify them to make sure they're people you want representing your brand?
At Ballroom City, the teachers are actually subcontractors.
Okay.
And they rent space from us. So
okay.
we really don't have, they come in and we do a little mini interview type thing.
Okay.
But I'm a huge person for heart.
Yeah,
You got,
yeah.
when you come here, whatever, I want to meet you. I want to see who you are. And if I feel like you've got the heart, and I can tell if you're going to take care of your people, I
Right.
want you.
Okay.
You know, and if
Okay.
you don't really care, well, me either.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
So that's the question. Is it something that's trainable, or is customer service just selecting the right employees that have the personalities for it?
Well, I think would be select the employees that can train people to do that.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
think you have to be teachable. One of the things I've also learned in my old age,
Oh, you're not
not
that old.
everybody's teachable. So there are certain things.
What are you
know,
now, like 30, 35?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've got a 32-year-old son. I don't think
Wow.
so.
You can be adopted.
But no, I feel like it depends on your business, obviously. And I think everybody deserves a chance. I think most people are teachable, but there are, you know, the handful that really aren't.
Right.
But I think you can. By taking seminars like yours, by doing things like that, you can better yourself always to
Okay.
be better in customer service.
It seems like something that's so simple, but it's really hard, and that's something I struggle with as an employer. Is, you know, how do you tell people how to do good customer service other than just, you know, saying make sure the client's happy all the time? You know, that it comes naturally to me and probably to you, but when you've got employees, and I don't know how to create systematized customer service. That's something I've struggled with for a long time.
Well, I think I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
you didn't.
No, I just feel like there's one word that has been missing in this generation of workers that are coming up, and it's focus. You know, I think so many people go into their workplace or a school if they're in college or whatever, and they actually they're not focused on the one thing. It's like if you were studying for a final, what are you going to do? You're going to focus. You're going to hit the library, go on websites, you're going to do internet, whatever,
right.
and you are going to be totally focused until the test is over. Then you can relax and you're done. But I think what happens in customer service is we don't focus our attentions on that person and their needs. We're worried about, oh man, what time am I going to get out of here? You know, whatever. And so even though that person's sitting there, to be totally focused on them and make sure that they understand. And that is something you can teach, but it does take time, I feel like.
Well, you know what? I'll comment on that. Actually, I have two comments. Number one of the things that I like about Kevin is there's a lot of attorneys who are kind of dry. You know, it's all legal detail, and Kevin is very personable. So he's in the very small percentage of
Thank
people. And so he's fun to work with from that standpoint. And the other thing I've heard this about accounting firms, and I don't think I've heard it so much about law firms, but that one of the main reasons people change accounting firms is their accountant never talks to them. You know,
Communication.
so I think it's just sort of having that ability to check in with people once in a while and just say, how you going? How you doing? You know, am I explaining things to you? And that sort of thing, which goes a long way.
That's a big complaint that people have about law firms, actually, is that, you know, the attorney or their assistant doesn't keep them in the loop on things. Doesn't, you know, if there's a court appearance, they don't call the client to let them know what happened. The client has to call or has
yeah.
trouble reaching them. So customer service, from our perspective, is mostly about keeping the clients in the loop. You know, I try to hire good enough people that they've got sunny personalities, and you know they're going to treat people right.
Right.
But where things break down with us when they do is we didn't send that email to keep the realtor in the loop on the real
Yeah.
estate transaction. You know, so and I think that does come down to focus. It's not moving on to the next task until the task you're working on is completed, and that task you're working on includes the cleanup work, like letting the client know exactly what's going on,
Sure.
CCing whoever needs to be CC'd
Sure.
on emails.
Right.
And that's tough when people are busy. You know, they want to do the stuff that has to get done and then clean it up later. But, you know, and maybe that answers my question. Maybe that's what's trainable is.
Oh, definitely. My grandmother used to work at a place many, many moons ago. She's passed away many years ago now, but her boss would always tell her it was a place called the Home Store. It was down on Michigan Avenue, and she was in bookkeeping. So you know about that. But the one thing he always told her, Edna, finish to a satisfactory conclusion. Do not walk away from your desk until you've asked yourself, is this a satisfactory conclusion? Can I leave without, with being able to sleep at night and whatever, and it'll be done for the next day. And and that's great. That was always great advice she told me. Satisfactory conclusion. Complete the task, and then you can move on to the next thing.
One of the things my mom always used to say, she owned a dental practice in town, and when I started my law firm, she always said, pretend whoever you're talking to is wearing a hat that says, make me feel important. And, that kind of got ingrained in me from a young age, and that's the people I try to hire. I don't really look too closely at resumes. Everyone needs to be qualified, but I want to see in the interview. I just want to see them talk to me. It doesn't matter what they're saying.
Right.
I want to see if they can engage and be sunny while they're in the interview. And that's
and I guess I'll give you a personal example of that. Some years ago, my son was playing hockey, and there was another kid on the team whose dad was a chiropractor. And I always thought chiropractors, but I knew him, so I came in one day. And I got to tell you that I've been going there for like 20 years, and it's great, and I don't even know how much they're helping my back or not. I think they are, but I have such a good time there. I mean, these people are very friendly and personable. They make you feel welcome. So, I think that's huge. And I think if you have that attitude, if there is something that doesn't turn out right, you're going to have that much more chance to fix it because they know that you basically are, sincerely interested in them.
And that's happened to me before. In the practice of law, sometimes mistakes happen. But if after the fact you engage with the client and do it, say, I'm not getting off the phone until you're happy. Whatever it takes. Right. You don't necessarily tell them that directly, but you even if you mess up, if something goes wrong, if you've got a good relationship with them, they'll usually give you a second chance. And then when they give you that second chance, you better focus on it and make sure that nothing goes wrong.
Of course.
And also, I believe, too, an attitude of gratitude.
Yes.
Being grateful.
Yes.
I'm grateful for all of our clients. I'm grateful for our instructors that teach at the studio. And I think that's so important. And I think people know that. I think that has to do with heart also. But I think nowadays you don't find that as often. I don't know if we're teaching. Be grateful for what you have.
Yep.
And I think that goes a long way. And people, I think if you're grateful, then people will want to keep coming to you. And if you make a mistake, like you said, you deal with it. Face the monster.
Correct.
You walk up and you say, I'm sorry, I did this. Be
Right.
truthful, be
Right.
honest. I did this, I messed up, it wasn't right, but we'll fix it.
Yeah.
Maybe, can you help me fix it? We'll do it together.
Right.
And that really brings people
Well,
back.
and on the subject of being grateful, I started doing this a few years ago, and I bought myself a box of thank you cards. And when I go somewhere and somebody gives me good service or goes out of their way to help me, I'll write them a handwritten thank you note,
That's awesome.
And on the occasions when I see those people again, they're usually like just gushing. They're so happy. Oh, thank you so much. That made my day. And I think we've almost become a society of complainers a little bit, and to acknowledge somebody for doing something really good, it doesn't happen, to the average person a lot.
Right.
So I think that notion of gratefulness, same thing with customers, just tell your customers thank you for their business.
Right. That's huge.
So Heidi, we're grateful that you came on the podcast with us today. How can people reach you if they either want to take dance lessons or maybe if they want to be a contractor at your dance studio or if they want to book entertainment?
Well, actually, I tried to keep it super simple when I did all my SEO and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like for the dance studio, it's called Ballroom City. And you can go right to ballroomcity.com. That's our website. And you can check out all the teachers. You can contact them directly. We have like a phone directory. So you can email them or you can call them directly. You can see a picture of them so you know what you're getting into.
Yes.
That helps.
Yes.
Or if you want entertainment, if you want to book entertainment, if you whatever, our company is Lucky Entertainment. And I decided to change our website to booklukyentertainment.com. Very
good.
simple.
And a phone number, cell phone or something?
The other one is my husband's name is Norm. If you want to email him to get some great entertainment, and believe me, we got great entertainment. It's just Norm Lucky Booking
Okay.
at Gmail.
Super.
It's a Norm Lucky booking. Telephone numbers I can give out.
Okay.
His phone number is 708-204-1035. The dance studio is 630-834-7994. So either way, I think most people really like to go online, though. They want to see what they're getting into.
Yes, of course.
So
of
that's
course.
why it's easier
Super.
for us. So.
Kevin, and you?
Yeah, if you'd like to schedule a free consultation, we do almost every area of law. My phone number is 630-324-6666. Go to learn-about-law.com to see our blog, podcasts, and videos about law. And if you want to check out more business videos and podcasts, you can go to seizeyourbusiness.com. How about you, Jim?
Well, the best way to contact me is 630-272-3895, and we talked about it on a couple of recent episodes. I have a new offering I'm now providing people, which is a tool to help families avoid the financial difficulty of fighting cancer. So call me at 630-272-3895. Thank you.